Hi, I'm Ian Wynn, Sunshine Coast Regional District Director for Area F West Howe Sound, and today is Sunday, October the 14th, 2018. Welcome to my home at Williamson's Landing, and this beautiful vista behind me is Thornborough Channel in West Howe Sound. At the Thursday, October 11th SCRD Planning and Community Development Committee meeting, I delivered a speech in regards to the Burnco Rock Products Limited application to rezone their property at McNabb Creek in order to allow processing of the raw aggregate at their proposed gravel mine location at McNabb Creek in Howe Sound. The SCRD does not provide audio or video recording of its committee meetings, so today I'm going to record that exact speech that I gave during the October the 11th committee meeting and put it out as a YouTube video for all to see. Thanks to staff for this report and for presenting it to this board before the end of our term. Thanks to Mr. Scheidegger for appearing as a delegation and to the many people in the audience that care so deeply about this proposed project. Over the many years that I've been involved in this project, I've devoted hundreds of hours to reviewing and commenting on the provincial and federal environmental assessments, reviewing and debating many SCRD staff reports with my board colleagues, visiting the proposed site to talk to the neighbors, and responding to the many stakeholder groups' emails and phone calls. As the Area F electoral area representative, that's my job. Listen to all parties, be informed, and make decisions. What I've heard and learned is that the provincial and federal assessment processes are deeply flawed and do not represent the core values of the Howe Sound region. Environmental assessment results have been challenged by many environmental and marine habitat scientists. The equally important values of the social, economic, recreational, and cultural importance of the region were, for the most part, overlooked entirely or dismissed as not significant. So fundamentally flawed were the environmental assessment processes that both senior levels of government have undertaken significant projects to change the processes. The province has created an Environmental Assessment Advisory Committee that will revitalize BC's EA process, and the federal government has created the new Impact Assessment Agency of Canada. These changes will hopefully address the failings of the current EA processes, but unfortunately come too late for the Burnco decisions. Where are we today? Before this committee is an application for a zoning amendment to allow processing of the raw aggregates. This committee is empowered with a broader mandate that can assess all of the values that are important to not only Area F constituents, but also the many stakeholders throughout Howe Sound. McNabb Creek is outside the area of any of the three Area F official community plans. However, we have other guiding documents that serve to inform us of values that are important throughout the entire Sunshine Coast, including the McNabb Creek estuary of West Howe Sound. The Regional Sustainability Plan provides a definition of a sustainable community. In part, it says, sustainability recognizes that our economy needs to support a high quality of life, social and cultural development, and personal fulfillment, while at the same time recognizing that nature is not infinite in its resources. It's important to recognize that gravel mining is not sustainable. Once the raw material is extracted, it doesn't grow back. The plan goes on to say that we envision a continued vitality in the urban-wild dynamic unique to our region through the conservation and enhancement of biodiversity spaces, parks, and recreational opportunities for all residents. The plan also goes on to define and guide us with strategic directions such as land use, local economy and jobs, natural spaces, parks, and recreation. Specific guidance on the topic of enhancing our marine and freshwater aquatic resources states, ensure that shoreline and aquatic ecosystems are preserved, ensure that development preserves aesthetic values along coastlines, and preserve public access to waterfront and associated facilities. I won't go into further details on some of the other strategic directions, but you can hopefully understand that we know that we share the concerns of the values that are so important to hundreds of Area F constituents and thousands of people that live, work, and play in Howe Sound. This project is not right for the McNabb Creek estuary. It's not right for its sensitive land and marine environments. It's not right for its residents, and it's not right for Howe Sound. It's time for a government to say no to this project. And it's time for the Sunshine Coast Regional District to say no to the extent that we can say no to this project. My motion is simple: that the report titled Zoning Amendment Bylaw number 310.147, consideration of first reading, Burnco Rock Products Limited, be received. And that SCRD Zoning Amendment Bylaw 310.147 be abandoned. The motion was seconded, and after some further discussion by directors, the question was called and passed with the unanimous support of the voting members of the committee. I would like to thank my fellow directors for that unanimous support, and thank the staff of the Sunshine Coast Regional District for their dedication and commitment to providing an open and fully transparent process to addressing the many phases of this project for many years. I would also like to thank the hundreds and indeed thousands of people that remain so committed to the recovery of this beautiful place at Ketsim, Howe Sound. This is where we work, this is where we live, and this is where we play. Thank you.